Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Gaming with the old man, Roll Cage TV. They say of me, he does the best he can with what he's got, which happens to not be a lot of talent. But I do have a lot of sleepy driver. Oh, you were sleeping, weren't you? I'm not going to sit here to watch him fall asleep again. I mean, I don't care. Driving a truck is really a difficult job, so I don't mind, brother. You do what you got to do. Now I have no idea where the path is. It looks like it goes here and then down here. There might be another path up here. I don't know, but somewhere there's a way to get over to a way to get here. Because that's where I'm really trying to go, to there. I cannot go directly across to here. I might be able to get from here to here. But we'll see where the paths lead. I will delete waypoints if I have to. Oh, I didn't tell everyone. Take a screenshot, because this is the way I'm maybe will be going. Pointing north. The whole idea is to get over to this framing site. And then I know how to get home from there. But let's see. And I have to go through flooded waters, but this thing can go through flooded waters. No, it's not too bad. If it looks like it's going to be too bad, I have a secret to verify it'll be okay. Yeah, this is the water there. Okay, and I don't think I've gone through this with the trailer before. Now, I don't know which way, if I cross straight, or if I go over here. But I'm going to get part way out, and then we will use the old photo mode drone trick. Photo mode, hit the X button. And for some reason you can't save the properties. Vignette off. Why do I want a vignette? I would never want a vignette. Afternoon, clear sky. And this is perfectly legal. Turn down the aperture so everything's in focus. This is perfectly legal. Now let's see. Y button for free cam. A lot of games let you do this. And it's because they don't let you get out of the truck in this game, it's perfectly reasonable to do this. Yeah, that gets deep there, but it doesn't look like it gets too deep here. And I can't go much farther, but this does look like... why can I not go up? Am I under the truck? Yeah, I'm hitting a slope of the rocks or something. Yeah, this might be trouble, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to follow the rocks around that big rock, and we'll see. Are my lights on? Yeah. Okay. Let's actually, I think it's getting late. Let's try morning. Whoops, wrong button. He slept in his truck overnight. He waited until the skies were clear. And now, let me see some rocks. That looks like a rock. I mean, this is the way it was supposed to do it. Just look down into the water. But I'm pretty sure I can go this way. Yes, I can go this way. Over the rock shelf, it's flooded. There we go. Now that's the road. And I think the road might actually make it across to that road. But I'm not sure, because there is a bridge here, and that road would not have gone to the bridge. But, again, past the brick site, and then there's a way across here. And yes, it's more tricky because I'm carrying this long, awkward trailer, but I really don't like this trailer. I wish they had a long sideboard trailer. One of these days, and one of these years, in one of these seasons, they're going to add a long sideboard trailer. This is bricks. I don't want bricks. Now I just want to get across the river. That doesn't look like a trail there. Okay, but I can't get under the pipeline. I already know that. So I have to turn and get onto the island somehow from here. And it's very important that you don't, I have been taught that it's very important that you don't, you do not fix this pipeline. What's craned there? Oh, that's my trailer, right? Yeah, let's highlight something else. Actually get to it. Yeah, that's my ramp flatbed. But what is there to be craned? Is there cargo here? Or is it just for the brick framing? That's weird. Do I need bricks eventually? Or can I crane up? Oh, it looks like I can crane some. Maybe it's just the brick site. You know what? I'm going to go into crane mode. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I think that's just the brick site. It doesn't look like a spot of any. Well, I can't get close enough anyway. Maybe that's just the symbol to show me that there's a pickup there. I don't need bricks for this task. Okay, and now, yeah, see, there's a little piece of road here. And I think this is a way to get across. Oops. I think this is a way to get across the water. On this side of the pipes. Because the pipes hang down lower than... The hitbox of the pipes are lower than the actual... lower than the actual... this is a little tricky. Exactly where the road is unclear here. So once again, no, not crane mode. Now I hit the X, and now I make it as bright as possible. Clear sky. Oh, exposure is fine. It's the vignette I need to turn off. And then open the aperture so everything is in focus. Now make sure I hit wire. I gotta start all that over again. And go into the water. Oh yeah, the water isn't that deep. It's not like, it doesn't look like there's a shelf I'm supposed to drive on. It just looks like the water's not that deep, but it is rocky. I might get an engine warning, but I've got a good snorkel on this thing. What's around you? Yeah, and nobody's home. So confident I'm gonna straighten my wheel and then take a drink. Oh. Drank a little too fast. We're up here on mute so I can take care of going too fast. Oh yeah, see, the crane means loading site. Okay, loading zone. Got it. Okay, stop the engine here a second. I'll be right back. Don't you hate that when you drink your soda too fast and you end up getting soda up the nose? Okay, 2 more on the trailer. Blam. Blam. Wait, and then what's that? Oh, there's a brick framing site right next to me. Huh. Okay. Now, from here, I know there's a way to get across. And then there's a path through here, because this is a broken pipe. If the pipe wasn't broken, you can't go through there, so always fix the pipe last. And the way to get across is actually like here, and then somewhere around here. And I don't remember it exactly, but I think it is going to involve turning around. Although I think I can do it, I'll turn around. Just go along the shore. And if it doesn't work to go on the shore, I can always turn around somehow. Easy mode. And that's about where I want to cross, right? Look at this. Okay, I want to get up there and cross. Yeah, and there's the path to cross underneath those pipes. And it is fordable here. Whoa! Careful, careful! Don't get on the rocks. Oh no, that's not the path to cross. The path to cross is back there where the telephone poles are. And I can't go that way now because of the rocks. And I'm gonna be stuck. Fortunately, I have a winch. Get me out of this difficulty. As long as the winch doesn't make me fall over. Can I make it through there? Handbrake off. I really hope I don't dump that cargo. Don't think I'm exactly on the path, but I think I can get through. Yes, this is the section of pipe that once you fix, you can't get across this way. So never fix the pipe. Don't fix the pipe until the very end of the last thing you do After you take all the trailers back, then fix the pipes. I think there might be two of them to fix two places of pipes. And I was reminded that I watched Wesel on Wheels do it, so I knew that was the way to do it. But I was reminded of that by someone in my chat, whose credit I would give, except I don't remember who it was. Whoever it was, thank you very much. Sure you're missing the chat. All right, now I'm just following the path back to where I'm dropping these things off. And then I can work on the metal beams and the consumables and all that other good stuff. I don't need the cabins anymore. I will just need 4 metal beams. Oh great. Well, no, I can get 3. I may overpass. And 6 consumables, which I can get on this trailer. So maybe the 6 consumables will be next, and then the metal beams. Are there metal framing sites? If there are metal framing sites, I can go there. If there's a metal framing site somewhere near here, I can grab one of them now or soon, and then go back out, ditch the trailer, and get the 3 more. I think there's metal framing. Maybe not on this map. Somewhere they have metal framing, but I don't know if it's here or in a future region. They may only have wooden brick here. And I set the waypoints in pretty good places. And again, I know there's a shelf here, stay close. Flooded places are the worst places. It's funny, they do this, what is it? There's 2 regions that are like mixed up. One of them is it's Wisconsin, and what they say is a hurricane came through Wisconsin. Wisconsin is almost exactly in the middle of North America. It's far, far, far from any hurricane that would ever possibly. There have been no hurricanes in the history of Wisconsin. But then there was something else that Wisconsin is famous for, that they had something else that was out of place. So it's like they mixed up the 2 places or something. I don't remember what the other one was. But yeah, in Wisconsin, they should add I hope they do something in Minnesota, but they already have Wisconsin, and between the 2 are very similar. They're both great woods, the Great North Woods. You know, the great Canadian woods as they came south of the border, before the border was established. And Paul Bunyan, you got Paul Bunyan to thank for killing enough of the old Great North Forest that now it's mostly old. Yeah, that's wood, which I don't need, but it's close to where I might need it. Yeah, it's mostly new growth now. They got rid of the old growth, so it's mostly, you know, conifers, pine and spruce and stuff, which look good as a contrast against the oaks and ashes and stuff that are still there. But unfortunately, most of the maple trees are gone, so you don't get the beautiful sugar maples. You still get them down here, down this way, but I live in the Twin Cities area. But up in the actual North Woods, it's hard to find. There aren't that many of them. I mean, there's a lot of woods, so there are none. You know, if you total up the number of sugar maples around the Twin Cities, obviously not in the Twin Cities, it's all urban, but if you tally up all the sugar maples in southern Minnesota and compare them with the number in northern Minnesota, there are probably more in Minnesota, northern Minnesota, but the density is the density of sugar maples to other trees are higher down here than they are up north. Georgia Pacific has massive tree farms. They call them orchards, I think, tree orchards. When you drive up there in, you know, certain areas, I mean, most of it is just wild, but certain areas you drive up there and you'll just see these entire arbors, you know, hand-planted rows of trees that are in perfect lines. So they do renew the resource. Wood is a renewable resource. But yeah, not that's mostly conifers, mostly pines. I don't know where they get maple anymore for my beloved pole cues. Where the maple comes from, I'm sure there's still sources of maple, but nobody makes a maple orchard because maples take much longer to grow. That's why they're considered old forest items. And no, I'm not a forestry expert, but I live in Minnesota, so. And I've been up to northern Minnesota many times. Up the North Shore is very beautiful. Up the South Shore in Wisconsin is beautiful. And I need fuel. But I've got fuel with me, which will get me to the next place where I can get fuel, which is either a fuel station or trailer store. Wooden planks. I got 6. I need 6. Wham, wham, wham. Wham, wham, wham. Yay! I need 4 metal beams and 6 consumables. Let's see where those are. No, let's keep the brake on. There are metal framing sites. Okay, good. I need 4 of them. What do I get from here? I can get 2 from here. Okay. Is that the only one? No, there's another one. Metal framing here, right next to the trailer store. Excellent. Okay, so I can get 2 from here. I can get 2 from here. It's not convenient to, nothing is convenient. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take this trailer back to the trailer store, get the smaller trailer, get the 2 from there, take it back to where I'm at, And then keep the smaller trailer, get the 2 from there. That way I don't have to struggle with this. I'm not pointing that way. That way I don't have to struggle with the... I won't overpack anything, trying to get all 4 at the same time. And I'll have a smaller trailer. I don't have to struggle with this trailer, which can be a pain in the butt. And I will also go through the fuel station along the way. And yes, I'm getting all my wood and my iron from temporary locations. Now I know to get more metal beams, I'm going to have to get metal rolls somewhere to craft them, because I wrote that down when I have to craft it. What website? What location? Now getting up there probably involves coming back through the brick site. Yeah. I gotta go up on a shelf. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that involves. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know if there's a way to keep going down this way, but it doesn't really look like it. So, that means I will come around this way. Pick up the light trailer. Definitely need to be refueled. Come back. Where do I cross? Here? Okay. So come back to here. And back to here. And back to here. Basically, you see I'm just taking the same road. Where does I need to go? Here. I don't know if there's a cross there or what. But I know I don't want to cross the train tracks. But I will have to cross the train tracks at some point. But I don't know what the easiest way is. Maybe I have to go through here or something. But somewhere like that. And then up here past the brick framing. And no, I'm just going to get my 2 metal beams. I'm not going to grab bricks for some future purpose. Because I won't have the room, for one thing, because I'm not taking the big trailer. Okay, and that's where I get the metal beams. All right, and we will start this off by refueling, because I'll be able to replenish everything. I only get about half a tank with all of my, with both of my service kits. But that will be plenty to get to where I need to go. And since I'm going by the fuel station, I can refill everything, and then I can refill everything again at the trailer store. Because I play easy mode. As I've shown, there is no easy mode. It's not New Game Plus. It's not hard mode. It's just a normal game. The reason I call it easy mode, if you've been binging the Twitch or binging the YouTube videos, you already know. I play with only, as far as humanly possible, I play with only external to the season's paid DLC vehicles. The DLC vehicles you pay extra money for so that they're available to you right from the start. So they're like quick start vehicles, including the ZiKZ 612H Mastodon. Now, I know that means that not everyone will be able to follow in my footsteps, but, you know, you guys are almost certainly better than me and can do better than me if you just had to drive, you know, the original Scout should go everywhere. Or what is it, the Chevy. If you just drive that Chevy Scout everywhere, I think you can hitch a trailer. You could do everything you need to do with that and still make better time than I do with all the, you know, the paid vehicles. People have said, oh, pay to win. And I'm like, well, it's pay, but pay to get a quicker start, pay to make it easier, but I wouldn't call it pay to win, because what am I winning? Nobody's losing. I think that's silly to call it pay to win. I understand why you wouldn't want to buy all the extra vehicles. I'm obsessed with this game, so I would. I'll buy anything. Well, nobody tell the publishers that, but I'll buy anything that's available. I use my Microsoft reward points to buy all this stuff. But I played Michigan with just the trucks around Michigan, and at least at that time, I did not have the skill to make it through Michigan without tipping the truck over all the time. And so somebody said, hey, do you have this truck? Actually, it was Highway Buster, HWYBUSTER. Shout out to him. He showed me, he said, hey, you should get this. If you have access to this vehicle, you should use it. And so I did. And it was this truck. In a multiplayer game, he had me go to Russia to buy it. I didn't need a multiplayer game, but he showed me where to go. So I signed on with a different save file, not this save file. It's before I started to play. So, and once I get this vehicle, wow, I actually could make it through. So if you struggle playing the game, this is the one DLC I would recommend, is the Mastodon DLC. I have all the other DLCs. I don't necessarily recommend them. The tire DLC can be good, but you still need to build up your levels to be able to get some of them. But yeah, I think you can get mud tires right away if you buy the Jack of All Tires DLC. I have listed in the description what all the DLCs, on the YouTube description, all the DLCs that I use for the game. But like I said, I don't recommend all of them. I do love the Rezvani Hercules, and that gets a lot of hate, but I love that vehicle. If you don't want to pay money for it, there are other Scout vehicles you can find that are adequate. But the Rezvani, even though it can't carry a Scout trailer, all the other vehicles I found that can carry a Scout trailer don't make for as good Scout trucks. In part because all of the extra fuel things you can put on it, there's like 3 different things you can put on it, and it has a huge amount of fuel and like 450 repair points and a couple of tires, and so you can use it as the vehicle to recover other vehicles, you know, that you have to repair. Or the main thing is, if you come to a map and you don't, and it's all black, you don't know where any fuel stations are or anything, or fuel trucks, you've got a huge range that you can drive in this vehicle, because its fuel economy is really good, and it carries a lot of extra fuel, so the range is really good. Plus, it's, you know, with the right tires, it can drive through mud, not as well as this vehicle, but it can drive through mud. It can, get you pretty much anywhere. One of the other things I love about it is if you do get all the add-ons, including the roof pack and there's a rack that goes over the back as well, it's kind of rounded on top, and so if you do tip it over, you've got a better than 50-50 chance, like flipping a coin that has one edge rounded. You've got a better chance than not of rolling over back onto your tires. Yeah, I don't know how around the coin would actually flip, but it's like if you yeah, something like that. If you rolled a tire that was only flat in one spot, you're more likely to not stop there. Or something like that. Anyway, getting across the train tracks is difficult here. I know that. In this vehicle, maybe it won't be so difficult. If there was a way to get up there without going across the train tracks, I would, but I don't think there is a way. Maybe I'll find it on the way back. I don't know. And yes, part of my 100% is clearing all the trailers and all the temporary cargo off the map, as well as you can see, I have used the portable exploration unit, or the prototype exploration unit trailer to scout the entire map. That's part of my thing also for 100%. I scout every possible part that I can. Let's see. Stop the engine. Now, sell this trailer. Buy the maintenance trailer. The foldable logging semi-trailer is weird. It's something that was added recently. Nice thing about normal mode and not hard mode is all the trailers that are introduced in the seasonal packs are available for you to buy, because you don't have to find them to buy the trailers. Repair. Oh, and it got it from the maintenance trailer. How about that? Anything? Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, you can't restore the service parts here, but that's a whatever. Refuel. It remembered from the service trailer, and I just refilled all of those. Okay. Now I can sell this. I like that's a change. They put the one you've got at the top, so it's easy to sell. And now I just want the two-seater trailer, which for some reason is way down on the list. Yes, it's the most common one. Yeah, it's way down on the list. Okay, now I can get the and if I need to unpack them too, with that trailer, it'll hold right in the flat trailer. Okay, now that's the way we're gonna go. And yeah, I'll cut through the trees here because I can. Take the road and then at some point cross over to there. And I don't know if I have to stay here, come back here, and then cross over, or what. But at some point cross over onto that path. So we'll see. Because I can't get to that path up on the rocks, except through the brick sites, I think. But yeah, we'll see. And I gotta lean forward here to make sure I already destroyed the, oh wait, I'm on these things. I already destroyed the Can I get through here? But they still have to get over the railroad tracks, and this is not a good place to get over the railroad tracks. Well, I made a mess of that already. I didn't want to have to go through the trunks like I did before. But you know what? I'll just abuse this trailer because I don't care. It's not carrying anything. Oh, except it's stuck now. All right. Why do things never go as planned? Well, that's because I'm me. All right, let's get the trailer unstuck. See, it's pretty easy to get across the tracks if you go like this. Or I could have just, well, now that I'm here, I could just turn around since the trailer's all crooked anyway. Oh, the trailer is completely stuck. Okay. I have enough room to turn this thing around the conventional way and go back the right way. I can make it even easier on myself if I just jackknife the trailer to start with. Trailer's too far away! Barely. Now it's too far away the other way. Oh, my God. Don't try this at home, folks. Alright, can I get up? I'm at 42 minutes. In 10 minutes, can I get up to the framing site, the metal framing site? We'll see. What time of day is it? Is it 20? Yeah, it's past 20, so it'll still be dark, but at least it'll be on its way to getting lighter than on its way to getting darker. Now my ear itches. I got 10 minutes of ignoring my itchy ear until I take my break. Or I can just do it now. Hold on a second. All right. I had to take one part of my headset off there. I have long hair. I have not had a haircut in probably 20 years. Very long ponytail, and despite my age, my hair is almost completely black, although my beard is salt and pepper. Well, dark. It's like a dark brown. It's not exactly black. But it's because of my age, it has a tendency to break off in places, and then it's just the right length that it won't fit in my ponytail, and then that means that I have to make sure I keep it around my back over my ears as much as possible. Plus, I discovered that years of wearing headsets, I used to have this funky beard where I had really long sideburns, I still have a beard and my sideburns are shorter because the over-the-ear headset I've been wearing for years, I think has rubbed bald spots, because I have bald spots now just in the right place where the headset rubs. And I always had a higher forehead. I'm not like balding, but like since I was 12. And the top of the headset, I used to wear a headset that didn't come down and actually hit my hair, but the top of the headset now also has rubbed off part, thinner, has rubbed off part of my hair, which means that this is going to be a nightmare to try to get across. Oh, I knew it. So that my hair is even thinner on top than it naturally has been. I think I go across this way around the rocks, right? But I'm an old man, so I don't care. Give me Jack Corn. I don't really look much like an old man. At least, I never looked my age until I hit about 50 or so. No, not 50, more like 60. I didn't look my age. I still don't look my age, but I looked much younger than my age until I hit about 60. And then, if you look closely, there's some signs, like my hands are all old man wrinkly and stuff. But enough about me. What about you? How are you guys doing? Leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know your hair situation. That's kind of weird. What color hair do you have? You have a beard? Ponytail? I'm not trying to be creepy. Maybe it's creepy to describe my own hair along here, but it was itching. I don't mean to be a creeper. And this is not the cargo I want, correct? This is Chris. I know I don't sound my age. People are shocked to find out that I'm an old retired guy. Although, by the end of the stream and my poor habits of hydration, my voice does get more and more crackly. But it still doesn't sound like an old man. I think if I wasn't in performance mode, I might sound more like an old man. But I talk like this to be funny. Well, I just talk with an accent. I don't talk quite like that to be funny. Okay, am I going up or am I... Okay, I am staying to the left of that big rock. "48 minutes, I think I'll make it." There is a trail here, right? It looks like there's a trail here. Or I'm just driving on a ridge for no reason whatsoever. Maybe try to zoom in. That's as far as I can zoom in. Okay. I'm not sure I'm on the trail. I'm pretty sure the rocks are not part of the trail. I'm not sure if there is a trail there. As long as I don't unload the map, I'll still have my tire tracks. Now it looks like a trail. I don't go that way. I'll be back at the the train loading site. Okay, here I am. I made it. I'm not sure it was the right path, but I made it. Path? I don't know. And I might experiment with continuing this way and see if there's a shorter way down the mountain. I'm guessing not, but there is a trail there, looks like. Yeah, there's tire tracks there. Stop engine. Metal beams. One in the trailer. One in the truck. And there are tire tracks there. Let me look at the map. I think they go through here and then along this ridge and then down the ridge. That's how I could have gone. Now I would need to go over there, but that's okay. I will go this way just to play around. Down the ridge, and then I'll still have to cross the railroad tracks. And then back across the way I normally go. I can stop here again to get more fuel, or I'll have enough fuel to go through the fuel station. And then back around here, and then there. That's how I'm gonna go. All right, but we will do that after my break. That might be the easiest way of getting to this site. I mean, I got to this brick site, so however I want to get to the brick site, there's two ways to get up here. There is a trail there, although I kind of lost it, but here the trail seems pretty obvious. All right, folks. Yeah, manufacturing there. Yeah, I'm going to take a break. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. So don't go anywhere and don't look directly into the sun. It's bad for you. And if you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is almost always 6 p.m. or 1800 hours in the UK, and yet almost never 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand. However, it is plus or minus an hour, depending on the time of year, thanks to daylight savings time. And also thanks to all of you for watching. Twitch, once again, stick around. YouTube, next episode, I'll see you then.